friends, I'm Dr. Asha Bakshi, back again in the question answer series. Let's invite Dr. Meenu Handa from Delhi for the questions today. She is a senior IVF consultant from Gurgaon, runs Foxy recognized infertility courses. She is also a treasurer of Haryana ISAR chapter and a recipient of CS Dawn Award, Best Paper in South Zone Yuva Foxy as well. She is a gold medalist and has many publications to her credit. Meenu, these days lot of embryos are being cryopreserved and the frozen embryos are being transferred. People are afraid. They think that the frozen embryos are not good and they may have abnormal baby. So what are your views about frozen embryo transfer, and are the babies born out of frozen embryo transfer normal or abnormal?
Thanks, Dr. Asha. In fact, this is a very interesting question. As IVF specialists, we are seeing that there is a steady increase in the subfertility cases nowadays. But with advent of IVF technology, more and more couples have been able to achieve their dream of parenthood. Hence, worldwide also we have seen that there is an increase in the percentage of babies being born from IVF, and in fact it accounts to 1 to 2% of the total babies being born. And cryopreservation has been an integral part of IVF. Hence, we have also seen an increase in babies born through frozen embryo transfers. Now, when we look at cryopreservation, it is in fact a revolutionary technology in the field of IVF. Not only that it has made IVF very safe and patient friendly, we have almost eliminated the risk of ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome by using a freeze-all policy. And secondly, frozen embryo transfer also enables us to utilize a single embryo transfer, thereby avoiding any risk of multiple order births and prematurity. So that's like a win-win situation for both the obstetrician and the IVF specialist, and they're both on the same page. Thirdly, cryopreservation, in fact, when we look at freezing, we tend to freeze in time the maternal age. Now, if suppose a woman who's 39-40 and she has cryopreserved her embryos when she was much younger, say about 32 or 33 years of age, then the aneuploidy risk is not calculated at the time of the biological age, but it will be calculated when she had cryopreserved her embryos, when that must be at a much younger age. And lastly, the cryopreservation is also, it is for the as far as the health of the patient is concerned, it is very good, because the patient can utilize her own surplus embryos and need not undergo repeated ovarian stimulation cycles. So when we look at babies who are being born by frozen embryo transfer, we have seen that when singleton pregnancies are promoted, obviously the obstetrical complications are very less, number one. And number two, the studies have also shown that the birth weight of frozen embryo transfer babies is much higher than babies born by fresh cycle. In fact, it is very closer to naturally conceived babies. Now, as they say that even silver has its dross. So there has been a study, some time back from Denmark, which suggested that there could be a very minuscule increase in the incidence of childhood cancers in babies born from cryopreserved embryos. But when the experts looked up at the limitation of the study, it was huge. Because when the study has looked at a population of 1 million births, the total number of babies who actually had the childhood cancer from cryopreserved embryos was only 14. So the number was too minuscule to even come to a conclusion. And also in the study, they had used a hazard ratio and had nothing to do with the absolute risk of the childhood cancer. Even as we now speak, Dr. Asha, there is a study which is undergoing, which is a multicentric intercontinent study between Australia, Scandinavia and United Kingdom, where they want to lay rest even the minuscule of the doubt or any concern that we have regarding cryopreserved embryos, the babies born from that. And I think as IVF specialists, we all are very keenly observing and looking forward to see what the study has to say. But so far, whatever evidence that we have, the babies who are born from frozen embryo transfers, in fact, have an additional or a potential health advantage by promoting singleton pregnancies and achieving almost the same birth weight and an early child growth pattern as naturally conceived babies. Thank you.